welcome to Weave the Tale. I'm Nikki, your lovely, lovely GM for the day, and or machinist for the day, as we play Necrobiotic, a wonderful, terrifyingly sociological game that at least that's where I'm playing it, so it is now if it's not. But let's go around and have everybody say hi. Let's start with Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt. I am tickled to be here once again. Just to show off real quick, since this is a card-based game, I'm using my kitty cat cards this time. But I'll be playing Yi, the technophant, who has endeavored on a mission to try to find and save his brother.
Fantastic. And next up, we have Blue.
Hey, I'm Blue. I'm going to be playing Amelia, the technosophist. She's not really got a mission per se. She's just here to help out however she can and bring a smile to everyone's face. And, hopefully help out with all that emotional trauma that we're all processing really well, and that there's no hidden trauma coming towards anyone this episode. Not at all.
No. That's silly. And finally, for our cast today, because Sydney will not be able to join us, we have Mitch.
Hello, I'm Mitch. You can find me at Mitches Bustillos, and I am playing Eli, a very dedicated architect of the Citadel of Sciences here in Florence. So yeah, he's just been chilling so far.
Chilling like a villain. Absolutely no issues whatsoever.
Yeah,
have happened
exactly.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get started with the actual game, I do have some little things I need to go through. First, I'm Nikki, and you can find me at Beholder to No One on Twitter. If I didn't say that earlier, I don't remember. ADHD and didn't take my Adderall today. But we have some sponsors. We have Grinding Coffee. Grinding Coffee is a Black LGBT plus owned coffee business that will keep you awake and happy with the best roast directly shipped to your door. If you use our affiliate link by using the command explanation coffee, and our discount code is penny for a tale. Also, Dice Dungeons, a Baltimore-based company with a passion for making beautiful and high-quality dice and gaming accessories for every table. You can check them out by using our command explanation dice, and the code there is also penny for a tale. And finally, this season, Fibermancers for Hire is gifting us with adorable mini weavers, and they will be given away at the end of the season. They are adorable little crocheted, like octopi, little things. They're really cute. You should see them. And the Fibermancers would love to make a unique and magical piece for you, so visit them at fibermancers4hire.com. As a reminder, you can help us in the game or hurt the players in the game, either way, by retweeting the lovely tweet that I don't think is updated in the VMix file yet. But their tweet just went live on Twitter, and if you retweet that and we hit 20 retweets, we will get a little bit of a boon for the players. If we hit 30 retweets, I get a boon against the players. So we should do that one. And every 5 subs, something happens. I don't know what it is yet, but it'll be fun probably. Also, if you want to help ensure that we can continue to do these wonderful things that we all love to do, you can donate to help alter the game by typing explanation donate necro. And if you do that for $5, you can give advantage by letting them pull a secondary card for free. For $15, you can have something happen in the shadows, but they don't know what it is. For $25, you can be nice and let them all refresh their hand. For $50, I can throw something really big at them. That's the oh shit button. I really want to do that one. So let's do 50.
Which
the 75
one?
though, $50.
Oh,
the
shit.
75 hair package, one choice item per player. And for 150, we will do a special one shot or write a story with these characters in mind. So let's hit those numbers and yeah, see what happens. Everything's gonna be fine though. Like, the players don't need advantages; they need disadvantages. So you should only purchase the ones that help me. That'd be great.
No, help us.
Okay. So that's the right tweet. Nope, that's for the Shadowrun game. It needs to be updated in the VMix page too. But I will post the tweet myself, so you can go and find it and get us to 20 retweets. Fortunately for the players, I don't have $50 available to donate. You know, I would also take if 5 people donate $10 and I'll say it's $4.50. I'm willing to negotiate.
I don't know. I mean, isn't that against the rules? Can we get a ref in here?
I make up the rules. That's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so let's get this party started. So since our lovely little Eli is a little busy right this second fixing stuff, or are you done? You're done? Okay. Eli, last week, or last time you were here, you had a visit at Tim's construction company. Tim wasn't the greatest of people, but you weren't really paying attention to that. You were more focused on checking out all these constructs that he had, elbow deep into some constructs, and trying to figure out what makes them tick and if they're any good, basically. But while doing so, you noticed something strange about the code as you actively saw it begin to rewrite itself in front of your own eyes. And you were able to react quick enough to stop it from happening, but you needed to stay behind while the others rushed to get help, so you could make sure that the rest of them also didn't get corrupted. So we're going to find out what happened during that time.
Nothing happened.
Are you sure, though? Are we absolutely sure? Because I think something may have happened. So you fixed the one that's in front of you, but we said there were 7, I think, inside the store.
Yeah.
Do you check the others? What do you do once you're
Yeah, of
done
course. I mean,
fixing
I'm here. I might as well check everything out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Make me let's do either perception or coding, the Cody one.
Heart of the cards. I'm gonna start off strong here with a 7 and 3 of spades,
Okay.
which will get me a nice 3 successes.
3 successes to focus on the coding of these constructs. So you are able to. Usually, you have to physically be in contact with the one while you're working, but there are ways. It's not as easy, but there's ways to work on them without interacting physically, and it's through tablets. And the person who's in charge of the company has shown you how to do this a couple of times, but it's pretty much frowned upon. But by activating this, you can basically connect to all of their Wi-Fi signals, for lack of a better term, and see all of the code at once. And while you're doing that, you can see as each code looks normal, and then one of them looks abnormal, and you quickly jump on that one and start to code and try to outcode the virus, and you succeed. And it slows down. You're watching the code, and then 2 of them do it. And you start to code 1 and you keep flicking back and forth. And there's like literal sweat probably dripping down your brow, getting in your eyes a little bit. Tim's just probably like bitching in the background, like complaining of what you're doing to his constructs. Why are they acting weird? How dare you? Blah, blah, blah. But you're hyper focused right now because you're trying to save your life, but also Tim's life probably. I mean, who cares about Tim though? Except for Tim. But you managed to stop both of them the second time. And
I'm good at my job.
You're really impressive at your job. And that takes about probably a good 20 minutes between those. Like, you've been typing this entire time, nonstop. And then you see 4 of them begin to all start to change at once. The code spreading quicker and quicker each time. And as you begin to fight back the code, you're trying to figure out exactly how you're going to manage to complete all 4 of them and not risk one of them coming after you when one of them does come after you and it swings an arm straight at your head. I need you to make me a dexterity roll, please.
Okay. Dexterity. That's Steam, right?
I believe so. It is, yes.
Yeah.
Which is a close.
Yeah, then I got 1 suit success.
Okay, so you are just barely able to notice as the arm swings at your head and you quickly dodge, still typing. And another one lifts its hand up and tries to attack you. And at this point, the door slams open and 3 other architects rush in and begin to take charge and assist you with these creatures.
Oh, thank God.
In the fight, one of them does go down. Gets hit pretty hard over the head, but ultimately, with them distracting, you are able to counteract the virus from starting. And eventually it gets quiet, but the other 3 are pretty badly beaten. You got hit maybe a little bit on the side, got some blood splatter on your tablet, which is kind of rude. But all the constructs are dented a little bit, but steady, good, not trying to kill you anymore. They are all disabled. And Tim is freaking the fuck out at you. What the actual fuck are you doing to my constructs? I can't send these out to do things. Fix them.
You have to fill in an order with the Citadel of Sciences. I think I'm done here. We should probably requisition these things just in case there's any leftover code, people. So
requisition my ass. You cannot take these. I paid for them fair and square. That's not how this works.
Who look to the other architects like, I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't.
One of them is rubbing his head and just still kind of woozy, and the other 2 are just looking over at you. You could tell that these aren't juniors necessarily, but they're not top tier either.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna leave then. Be safe with your constructs. They could turn on you at any point in time.
What the fuck do you mean they could turn on you? No. That was you interacting with the code. That was you causing that to happen.
No, there's a virus. It looks like that's being imprinted on the coding, but you have chosen that you want to keep these items for the time being.
You're telling me that constructs aren't safe? You're telling me that they're defective?
Constructs are safe. These. Oh Hold on. Can I use your phone real quick?
I mean, I guess if you're going to get your manager on the phone, because I need to talk to them
Yes.
about how they're going to replace these constructs for me and give me a refund double the worth because they tried to kill me.
Yeah. Okay. And he'll go to the phone and like call. Like...
Who are you calling?
Just calling the Citadel of Sciences, like someone probably higher up, or the secretary, or did we ever figure out what his fiance's job is? I forget.
We did actually. She is a doctor for medical.
Yeah, she was
An architect doctor, or
nope, a medical doctor.
Okay, just okay, cool. All right,
she
then,
is the one that is responsible for ensuring that anybody who is injured on the job fills out the right paperwork to not sue the company, and also gets checked out enough that they will at least live until they leave the building.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm calling my boss or a secretary at the Citadel to help me locate my boss.
I am scrolling through chat so I can find out what the boss's name was again.
Great question.
Where's my boss?
Something Cipriani?
Cipriani sounds
No, wait, no. She's Dr. Georgia Romano?
That's what it was. Georgia Romano. I do have notes. I need to find them really quick. That's not what they are.
Yeah. Who needs notes?
Nope, this isn't it. Evidently I do, because I forget what my people's names are.
Oh, is it not Dr. Romano?
It is.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, this is annoying. I knew I was forgetting to open something. Let me just find my notes. Real that quick. Where did I put them?
Yeah, and I feel like the whole time Eli is just kind of sweating over the phone, staring at Tim every now and then, like, this is it's not great.
How dare they not answer so quickly?
I know, right? Like every ring, like everyone's looking at me, and I don't really want people to look at me. It's like turn his head around, his like faces back towards him.
So Dr. Oh, I found them now. I found where I wrote them at least. Dr. Romano is your boss, is the one that ultimately requested, is a loose term, that you join this party. Asked you politely.
Yeah.
I mean, be a loose term. Demanded probably is more accurate.
Made me do it. I don't want to do it, but
a familiar voice answers the phone. It is the front office clerk, and she's just like, "Oh, thanks for calling. How can I help you?"
Hi. This is architect Dr. Eli. First name, not last name. I am looking for a Dr. Romano, also known as my boss, about a certain issue. If you could forward me, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, your friends were just here. One moment. And
colleagues.
Placed on a hold.
Oh, okay.
As you are transferred. And the hold music is playing, and it's not the greatest music, honestly. It's like this old song that kind of gets stuck in your head, and you think like a bad guy might sing it sometimes randomly in other games. That
Call Me Maybe. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. Call Me Maybe. It's definitely Call Me Maybe. It's the only song of the ages that's stuck. But eventually, someone answers, and you hear fighting in the background. Hello, this is Dr. Romano.
Hello? Oh, hello. This is Eli. I am here with a couple of constructs that have been acting out, and curious if I have any authority to take these in. Otherwise, we will just return back to the Citadel.
Yes, the 3 that you sent over told me. That's why I sent help. Did they not arrive?
I do have help. They are juniors, and we are just wondering if we can just requisition these for repair. Just want to confirm that.
Yes, you have the authority to do that on your own without permission.
Okay, well, can you talk to this guy for me? He's not listening to me. Tim, can you come over here? My boss is on the phone. You can talk to her.
Her? What the? And he picks up the phone. Now he's a sexist asshole too.
Yeah.
And he takes the phone. He's like, "What? You can't take my constructs. They're mine." And you don't hear precisely what is said, but you hear some very firm tones on the other line. And you kind of watch slowly as Tim's face goes white. And he starts stammering a little bit, losing that little oomph he had behind him. Yes, ma'am. Yep. Yep, that's fine. Yes, I understand. Yes, 100% agree. That is fine. 5 stars. Yes. Well, nope. No, we'll not. You don't need to involve the technophants. Thank you. That is wonderful. No, ma'am. Nope. It's fine. They can take them. No militia or technophants needed. I appreciate the offer. Yes, ma'am. I do like to run my business. Yep. Yes. Oh, she hung up. Okay. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. He just pulls out a bottle of something under his desk and starts chugging it.
Yeah. All right, fellas, let's take these in.
They agree. The constructs are easily moved. Thankfully, you can disable them and only turn on the walking functionality, so they will follow. And it is less risk, but the entire time you have to maintain your course. Eventually, I think this is about when, while you're going back, this is about when for you guys to have timelines. You are in the doctor's offices after that big fight. And you learn about Eli's fiance, and Fiora overhears something after she leaves and starts crying and runs out of the room. So it's about the same timeline. So shortly after this, you two leave after talking with Dr. Romano and head out to do your own errands, which we've already discussed. And Eli arrives to the Citadel, but you do not cross paths, probably because you guys ran off into the alleyway at some point and just happened to miss each other. So
it happens.
It happens sometimes. It's real weird how that works. But Eli, you are eventually you bring them back to the Citadel, and they are put inside. And Dr. Romano walks over to the room that you requested to place them in and says, "So, are these the same viruses?"
Oh, it appears so. Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to discover anything during your research?
No. Not really. No, I think the others have a better handle on the situation. I focused on the preservation of our lives by preventing the constructs from acting out.
Understood. There were 2, 3. Nikki doesn't remember. I think it was 3. There were 3 here that activated as well.
Oh. Huh.
We were able to take care of them.
Okay.
Nobody was injured other than Yi was injured slightly, but is better now. As was... I think only Yi was hurt, right? Oh, right. As was
Fiora's
Sydney's hand. Fiora's hand. But both have been healed. Signed the paper.
Okay. Yeah. That's...
Yeah.
Cool.
She did run off suddenly, which was strange, but I don't understand. Children of the River are very emotional, so...
Yeah, it's probably for the best anyway.
Oh.
Yeah.
And why is that?
I have a delicate theory, and I don't know if you realize it or not, but she and I don't get along very well. We have past history, so it's just probably better for us to work in our separate areas and not really engage in proximity to each other. I guess it's yeah.
Are you telling me that you're unable to separate personal from work?
No, I compartmentalize pretty well, I think. While I found her visage very distracting at first, I have found ways to move past it, and my work is not suffering in any way.
Then I see no problems with her remaining in the party.
Okay.
She has already been allotted from the Children of the River, and I do not wish to go back and rediscuss a negotiation for a secondary Child of the River to join.
Yeah, about that, it's my theory that the people who are doing this could be Children of the River.
Interesting. That was brought up in our meeting earlier.
By whom?
I don't recall specifically who brought it up. Okay, Nikki doesn't remember. But I will say that Fiora did mention that it is not... She will not discount that being a possibility.
Okay,
and is willing to look into it.
Logically. Yeah. Okay. All right. He'll look at the clock. What time is it? How many more hours of work?
It's currently like 6:30. And she's like, I'm pretty sure we had this conversation earlier. If constructs keep attacking...
Yeah, I was just looking at the clock to figure out dinner. Kind of time frame. Do you know where my colleagues have gone? So I may meet up with them.
Yes, actually. I suggested they go speak to a Jessica Cipriani over at Simple Moment Tea. Perhaps you can grab food on the way.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'll stop by my place and make a cucumber sandwich and head on over there. All right. Thank you, boss.
Of course, and congratulations, by the way.
On?
Oh, you haven't been told? Well, it's not my place to tell you. Have a great day. She walks away.
What? Hold on. What am I being? He's gonna go to his office real quick to check to see if it's his birthday.
Forgot what day your birthday is. It's not your birthday.
He just kind of like goes. Okay, he's like, okay. So what other thing could be happening? Like
you have a
looking through his
calendar invite.
papers. Like, oh, he'll look at it.
It's from your fiance.
Oh. Okay, what is the thing?
It's for dinner. For about it was scheduled for about 20 minutes from now.
Oh, like 20 minutes in the future or 20 minutes in the past?
In the future.
Okay. Oh god. He's got like grease stains and everything. Okay, he's gonna change his shirt real quick. Just like throw his leather apron in the corner and be like, put on his suspenders. Be like, okay.
I love that you have a spare shirt in your office.
It's just like a drawer he pulls out with like several folded shirts just in case. And like as he's like putting his shirt, tucking it in, he's like going down the hallway pretty quickly. And before he gets out of the building, he's gonna go to the secretary and just be like, oh, how's my breath?
It smells like
is it good? I'm meeting someone important in a little bit.
It smells like cucumbers and death a little bit.
Okay, cool. Okay. Do you have a mint? I'm sorry. No, that's not cool. Do you have a mint or maybe a sprig of basil?
She hands you a mint.
Okay, thank you. He's just like he puts it in his mouth and starts like using it to like rub it all in his cheeks and stuff. As he steps outside and gets like a carriage. I just need to get to this place as soon as possible. So please, like, just go. I can't be late. Oh my god.
I'm going to say that the restaurant that the invitation is sent for is near the Simple Moment Tea. It's like right down the street. Just for ease of sanity later.
Yeah.
But it's a small shop. There's not any restaurants left really anymore. There's some, but most of them are pretty expensive. And this one's actually one of those pretty expensive ones. It's one of the few that have like a decent chef who's like this little old man who has been cooking Italian food for generation after generation. He prides himself in the fact that this place is still open, despite the fact that it's going to go next in line to a construct. He's been desperately trying to teach his son, who is now a construct, how to make Italian food with meaning and emotion and feel, but constructs aren't necessarily great at not knowing or how feel works or how enough until it's not sticky works and stuff like that. So he's having a very difficult time translating the recipes, but it's a really good restaurant and has delicious Italian food. So
yeah, for Eli, he doesn't really care because it was a long time ago he lost any sort of enjoyment for delicious food, which is why he just gets cheap cucumbers and bread and eats that every time he needs to consume nutrients. So he can't figure out when it started, but probably like when he started becoming an architect, he's just lost any enjoyment of food. So it's hard to figure out what was the cause, but
it's really strange, the timelines. I have no idea what could have possibly happened around the same exact time.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, there's no connection. He's gonna like
nothing, no depression whatsoever.
Yeah, head in and just like lick his hand and just like okay. Okay.
You
and
see a
walk
construct
towards...
at the thing and like just like motions to the table. There's only one table that is filled. The rest of the restaurant is empty.
Yeah, I'm with the lady in a romantic way over there yonder.
The construct just nods and
Okay.
gestures that you can go.
Okay. Just scoot on by and sit down.
You see her standing in front of you. Yazora, I believe was her name. Is that correct? Is that what I mean? Or Emma? Emma something different.
I
think
think her name might be the one I missed.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me. I can look it up real quick because I think we chatted about it. And I feel like, you know, in true like Eli fashion, he's trying to remember. Like, oh my God, I'm married. It's my fiance. Fiance like starts with an F.
Oh, Leandra.
Okay, Leandra is also in the alphabet. Yeah. Okay, got it.
Well, what do you call her then if you're trying to remember her name?
Hello, doctor. Good evening.
Hello, doctor. I'm glad that you agreed, though your RSVP was extremely delayed. I am glad that you were able to make it.
Yeah, there was some difficulties at the office. So yeah, I'm sorry.
I completely understand. I've heard that you were doing things to constructs and helping protect the 3 in your team.
My colleagues, yes.
Your colleagues, yes. Yeah, that's what they definitely used. Those words exactly.
Okay.
They seem nice, I suppose. Little emotional.
They seem to be efficient in the things that they do, and I am looking forward to the conclusion of our mission, so that we all may flourish in our particular areas once again.
It's good. And this isn't abnormal for you, actually, because Leandra is very straight to the point. You're actually not 100% sure. Like this was a marriage or a agreement made purely for procreation. So whether there are feelings that Eli has for Leandra is up to Eli. But you're not sure what Leandra feels. She has kept it very professional. Well, I wanted to bring you here to this restaurant because I have been told that is where we go to celebrate positive news. It seems that the procreation has been successful.
Oh, you... have water. Water, please.
Do you want to roll You want to roll something there to see how you can keep your calm there, buddy?
I'm good to fail.
Baby daddy.
You just want to fail.
I'm gonna keep these cards because I need them.
Okay. You are brought water by a construct. They're starting to pour it very slowly.
Yeah, and there's like tears coming from his eyes, just like, just so happy. This is great for humanity. Did we? I know when we were having sex, we converse on who's raising the child? Did you find? Are we doing it together? Um. Oh,
Her face is still like straight, and she's like, yes, that was all part of the contractual agreement that we have signed
yeah,
together.
no, I remember it. Well,
You read through the entire thing before reading, correct?
Yeah, I did. I have notes at home. Sorry, it's just been a day. Is there pollen out here that you can? Do you feel pollen on your eyes? I feel pollen on my eyes. Oh god.
Are you saying that our child can have allergies? Is that what is happening?
No, sorry. I don't have allergies. I'm a healthy person with
Okay.
a pretty. It should the child will be fine. How did you figure it out? Who told you? How did you pee on something?
Did you pee on
do you have the test available for me to look at? Is it peer reviewed?
Is the test peer reviewed?
Yeah, has anyone else looked at it? I guess is my question, other than yourself, because obviously we have.
Dr. Romano saw it.
Oh,
and the blood
okay.
That confirmed. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it was a busy day, dealing with constructs and everything, and there's a lot of emotions within me right now, and I'm sure they're everything to do with how excited I am to co-live and co-parent this child, without any emotional investment in each other, all of that reserved for the child.
I'm glad that we are at an agreement then. Though,
yeah, do you like me? Am I, when we were having sex, was there like a moment when you were like, yeah, this is good. This man is a good man. Like, was there any like sort of affection during sexual intercourse, which I hear happens? Any sort of bonding of serotonin maybe going through you, an association with me?
I will admit that I was not unpleased with our experience. Whether emotions are coming into play, though, that was part of the contract that I do not want emotions.
Yeah, no, that was fine. Not unpleased is good. I also was not unpleased. Some of the positions made me very tired, but I think the process by which we did it was professional.
Scientifically, those were the best positions.
They were yeah. No, I read the peer review journals too. That those were, I think we did a good job. Obviously, it was a good job because you're now pregnant and with our child, and
Oh dear.
More water, please.
You're welcome. The rest of the dinner, she doesn't really talk much unless you start talking back.
No, he's just focusing on his food.
Awkward now. It's a little.
So are we preparing your place or mine? Which
I have actually reviewed your abode, and your abode is not safe for a child. Being on the fourth floor would risk death of about 45% more, and that's not acceptable.
all
Also,
right.
from what I understand, you only have one room, and it has not been dusted in 3 months and 5 days.
This is accurate. I spend a lot of my time in the living room where I make my sandwiches, and my work sometimes makes me very tired, so I fall asleep on the dining room chair with my head set upon the table. Um,
Interesting.
so your
She keeps
place
out a
or
notebook, starts writing down something. Um,
oh,
My place would be ideal, yes, but I do believe if you reread the contract, it does state that you would have you do not need to necessarily move in and co-parent. That was a choice that you could make
okay. Well,
in the
I
future.
feel like um I don't know. I statistically, I feel like parents, when something comes out of a person, they feel a sense of responsibility and or affection for said tiny human. So let's
Supposedly.
assume that I will be a part of the process if these chemical reactions occur, and I feel myself acting upon them.
If your parental emotions do not come, then just note that it is part of the contract that each we each have an out.
Okay.
What is best for the child is all that is necessary.
Exactly. Okay. Cool. Cool. This this is good food. This they put sauce on it. I see. This is nice. Good touch.
Um, your one your one colleague seemed very emotional earlier today. I'm not sure what happened, but
Oh,
after I
pink
sketched
hair?
up her. No, Yi was very controlled emotionally,
No.
despite having claws in his back. That was
Was it the
stitched up
blue haired
relatively.
one?
No, she was extremely, extremely friendly. It was disconcerting.
I Yeah, among my colleagues, I think I may know who you're talking about.
Yes, there leaves only one other. Yes, so that would make sense.
Yeah, I I find this job to be very difficult because this other colleague and I have had past relations of a romantic and emotional kind, and a lot has happened since then, and it is something that is buried, and much like a dead person, you can kind of smell it emanating from the dirt. Does that make sense?
She writes something down again in her notebook
What are
before
you
closing it
writing
and placing
down?
it in her bag. Oh,
Okay, what
it's
was that? Was that a calendar? Or
yes, sure. Um,
okay.
that is interesting. That was not on the paperwork, provided that you had a prior partner with a child, if you
I
prefer.
uh When I knew her, she was not a child of the river, and it was a long time ago before I became architect Eli. So I was young and foolish, and I am that person then is very different from the person now.
Well, I have another meeting, so this has been an interesting dinner. I'm glad you are made aware, and I will send over more contracts for you to sign and read and ensure that everything is under control.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Did we were we going to talk about naming sometime?
We can discuss name opportunities if you wish.
Okay.
Perhaps we should wait until we know a gen.
When when you go next, did you want me to, when you get checked up, did you want me to hold your hand or something?
I would not like that, no.
Okay. All right.
You may be there if you wish to see the ultrasound, yes, but
okay.
I do not like to be touched.
Maybe. Okay. Okay. Well, good luck on your next meeting, honey.
Please do not call me that.
I'm sorry. Have a good meeting, doctor. I hope the rest of your night is swell.
You as well? And she gets up and she will pay and then walk away. She puts her half of the bill down.
Yeah,
precisely.
Put my half. Okay, I'm leaving now. And he'll
judging
get
y'all
up
for not
and
leaving a
leave.
tip.
And head to the tea place.
The construct flips the fuck out because nobody left a tip. No.
You're dead.
You don't deserve.
I didn't have enough water. Water wasn't there all the time.
I was dying on emotions. How dare you?
Oh dear.
That was fun. I enjoyed that. So
Beautiful.
Ye and Blue. Ye and Amelia.
Yeah.
Where we left off,
I died 5 times over. Sorry.
You're fine. Were you still at the tea place, or was that before your other?
We had just started to head out when we left off. Because we bought a bunch of tea.
Yeah.
Home.
Amelia's got like a sample pack, and Yi has 1 cup of tea.
Right, I remember that now. So as you are walking out, Eli, you do see them up ahead, walking out of the tea shop. Yi and Amelia.
All right. He'll walk over and then just walk beside them, not really say anything, with his hands in his pocket.
Oh hey, you caught up with us. That's great.
Yeah. Glad you're okay.
Gosh, we have so much to tell you.
You, Amelia, and you, Yi, I am glad we have met up again. What's our next task?
Well, we should probably catch you up on everything. Are you okay? You seem a little, drained. That's a good word. You seem a little drained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had pasta with cheese and sauce on it, and my palate is pretty much used to cucumbers and bread, and I think it just is not sitting well with me.
Should we find you a bathroom?
No, if it's diarrhea, I'll let you know.
Okay. On
Would
that case, we
would
should.
tea help?
Yeah, we just had lovely tea.
I'm fine. Let's just go on to what's our job. What are we doing next?
Okay, so we need to catch you up on a lot of things. Maybe we
Okay.
should head to yours, as that's a private space and that's a good place to share confidential information.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's head over. Yep.
Have you seen Fiora, by the way? She disappeared. Well, she didn't disappear. She ran off. We think there were some paperwork issues.
Yeah.
No, I haven't noticed that she wasn't around. Huh. That's curious.
Wow, that food must have really unsettled you to have not noticed an entire person wasn't here.
Yeah, it's the rich nature of pasta sauce. You know, the tomatoes and the salt. It really does a number on my tummy.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Oh wow! Congratulations. We met your fiance, didn't we, Yi?
Yeah. She seemed, all right.
Yeah, she is adequate in every way. Very intelligent. She has good genes. No diseases or anything that we could identify with in her DNA or prolifications towards such. I think the child will be a pretty smart individual, healthy and good. Yeah, she doesn't sweat during sex. It's very weird. I sweat a lot.
Huh. That is weird.
Does anyone else
Most
have
of
that
my
problem?
partners have. No. Most of my partners have had sweat whenever we've been intimate.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know.
I mean, it can be very good fun. So, something to maybe look forward to. If you want to. In your own time.
Well, it's okay. It's mostly nerve-wracking, and some of the positions make it like strains you in some ways. I would suggest water and a timeout of like 3 minutes. And really, the quicker you can be, the better, because then you get to move on with stuff.
I would disagree, but I think we have slightly different goals, perhaps.
What would your goal be then?
Usually, it's more about the enjoyment and the intimacy and the developing a relationship with the other person. I'm getting the sense that's maybe not what you're.
Oh yeah, we wrote that out in the contract for the baby and the fiance-ship.
Right.
It seemed like it might create it's just not necessary. So
that's one way to look at it. But yeah, no.
Interesting use of paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork very important.
Yeah, I could show you the paperwork if you are ever curious about entering an arrangement like it as well.
If I
I'll take a look.
I do, then yeah. But we should shall we get a carriage?
Yeah, let's do anything else. Carriage.
You find a carriage and you eventually get brought back to your place.
Amazing. Oh, so
you realize as you walk in. You realize as you walk into the building, how every step you take, you're like, you're right, this is kind of dangerous. each thing that she had pointed out about why this place was not great, you are suddenly noticing.
Yeah, just to like confirm, he'll like drop like a strawberry and watch it squish on the ground. It's like, okay, that would kill a baby. No, that would be dangerous. That's that'd be hard to fix. Cucumber sandwiches, anyone? Did you guys eat already?
We had. Can I make some tea? I brought tea. It's a little and
I don't have a teapot.
started to tease.
I have.
Oh.
Yeah, I could ask my. No, I don't have any.
You said you had one neighbor.
You know, it's okay. I'll save it
There
for
we go.
later.
I can ask my neighbor. It's like down on the first floor. I can inquire to see if they have. Let me, Amelia. Let me figure this out, and he'll dash downstairs and knock on the door. It's okay. Just make yourself comfortable in my live. Don't go in my room, but make yourself comfortable in the kitchen. I'll be right up.
Right.
The door opens, and in front of you are standing chest height of a very large construct made mostly of machinery. And when you glance up, it tilts its head and lifts its hand, and in its hand it has a it looks like one of its fingers was turned into a knife, and it just like waves at you and then gestures for you to come in.
Okay. No, step in.
Vincent, who is it?
It's Dr. Eli, your neighbor.
A slightly middle-aged woman with grayish white shoulder-length hair comes up, and she looks. You've seen her a couple of times. You probably never like noticed exactly what her emotions were or anything, but for those who would notice those things, she looks like she is kind of like still kind of like sad, depressed, maybe a little bit. But the place is a mess, but it looks very similar to what your architect benches would look like, except there's disarray everywhere and a bunch of little projects being built. And she's like, "Oh, Eli, hello.
Hey.
A pleasure. I was just actually. Do you remember the discussion we had about how if you took two hands and connected them to a camera, how you could use the hands to climb up something and then take a picture?
Yeah.
I made that work.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a good design. You should definitely you should submit that. Maybe.
Oh, they won't accept it, but if you would like to, you're more than welcome.
Maybe another time. Do you have a teapot that I can use? I have 2 guests over, and one of them seems to really want some tea, and I have failed them in that matter. My apartment is pretty bare bones.
She glances up at Vincent, and Vincent, like, immediately, without even saying anything, Vincent starts looking around the room and like digging through piles. He lifts like 4 containers, and you see pieces of like half-built machines toppling out of them as he shifts another box forward, shifts that, and then goes into a third box to find a beat-up tea kettle. Yes, perfect. Thank you, Vincent. Wonderful. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Yes, here, you may have this. It is
I'll borrow it. I don't really like clutter in my apartment, so
well, what if you have friends? What if these people visit again and need tea?
They won't. We're just colleagues. So once we're done working, we'll pretty much be done. So I'll return it sometime this week when I have time. But thank you.
I mean, colleagues doesn't mean anything. I fell in love with my colleague. It's possible.
How was that, by the way? The falling in love. How? Better question. How do you not
How do
fall
you
in
not
love?
fall in love?
Yeah.
I'm afraid the answer to that question isn't as simple as you probably want. You see, I didn't necessarily fall in love with who I thought I fell in love with.
Okay. Can you expound on that?
Well, I guess they already think I'm dead, so what does it matter? So I fell in love with a woman named Sabrina.
Huh.
Wonderful woman. Found out months later that Sabrina never existed. She was a figment of my depressed imagination. That was actually Vincent, and she points her hand to her construct, who was the one assisting and taking care of me in the times with helping ensure I had the place clean and I had food, and took it upon himself to do those things without my request or demand or code to do so.
Oh, that's I guess that's good programming at his base.
It's not in his programming. I looked. I built him.
Okay,
I built him to be a war
it
machine.
has to be something. If you want, I could take a look at it later or something. If it's been some malfunctioning construct.
I've been an architect for 40 years. Despite being told I should not be. Despite being told that I died 22 years ago.
Okay. I think I'm just going to get some pills from the Citadel. I mean, if love is associated with certain chemicals that I think brings out attachment to another individual, it's probably best to get some medicine for that, so that attachment doesn't affect your rational mind.
Does your heart beat quickly when you see them?
Very much so.
Is it because you're excited to see them or anxious?
Both.
Does your memories of them lead to happy thoughts that you miss?
Often.
Do you have favorite places that you remember sitting with them at or talking to them?
Yes.
Then I'm afraid you've already have love.
Oh.
You can ignore it, but I don't think that's going to make it go away.
Okay. Well, that's a depressing thought. I guess I should go back.
Love is not a bad thing. It is a wonderful thing. And you should let those emotions happen. You should let them feel. Don't hide from them.
I really should be getting back. Thank you for the teapot. We'll chat some other time. Okay.
Have a wonderful day, Dr. Eli.
Scurry out and close the door.
I like how only you will know who that character is.
I know, right? I'm like, oh, you sad little thing.
For context, if you want to know who that character is, that is Dr. Sprocket, my character from the first Necrobiotic one-shot in the game here and in 2 episodes on my podcast because I'm in love with the character. So I had to have her
it's good
in the
stuff.
show. So she's still alive.
Well, Ian and Amelia. How messy is Eli's flat? Is it like really messy, or is it just like a little untidy?
No, it's like Spartan and minimalistic.
Okay.
Yeah. Like his room is dusty, but of course you guys wouldn't go into his room.
No, we wouldn't.
Yeah, but only because like he doesn't really sleep in his bed often. He stays up, reads, and falls asleep at the table. Yeah, so he'll come back up and start making the tea or heating water.
Thank you. That's super great of you. I'm glad your neighbor had a teapot.
Yeah, me too. She is a curious individual. I need to probably talk to her another time.
It's good to talk to your neighbors. Good to be friendly.
Yeah. So what are we doing next?
So we learned a bunch of things. You were there when we got the recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we found out who is likely to be the owner of said recording, because we ran into Yi's brother.
Yeah.
The one you thought was dead?
I wasn't sure, but I'm happy to report he is in fact alive.
Well, congratulations. Where is he?
That's where it gets a little bit complicated.
Yeah. He's unfortunately tied to some dangerous people. And these people, well, I know that we can get to them through the sewers, but he was very adamant that, and Yi will gesture towards Amelia and himself. The two of us wouldn't be enough to handle what's going on there. But
like
apparently,
violently?
Yeah, I guess. But apparently they worshipped the voice from the
Dr.
recording.
DeLuca.
Yes.
Oh.
I
love the CC says the voice from the Republican. Oh my god. Oh god. Recording, darn it.
I am happy to say I did follow Commander's orders. I didn't let it slip that we have one of the recordings. Very, very secretive.
You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
It's like mystery almost solved, right? Like good on everyone. So are we gonna call like militia or Technofont backup to take them down, or
that could maybe be an idea. So the way that they described it was, let me go back. So there's the council, which is what E's brother referred to this group as, and they are off of 49th in a building that used to be a kids' psychiatry office. In there's an entrance to the sewers, and then you follow the tunnels, and then you'll find the council in there. And Yi will be able to do a whistle so that Yi's brother knows it's us, so he'll be able to get us in. But he does say that they have some war machines. So I think getting some militia or technophants is probably a good idea. But the interesting thing was that they very recently had 10 of their recordings stolen from them by one of their errand runners, or they think it's by one of the errand runners. And that made them really angry to the point that they withheld their workers' rations for 3 days, which, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So we think that these 10 recordings must be like key to whatever it is they're doing. And Yi's brother was saying that he's pretty sure that this group, this council, are involved in what's happening with the constructs, because they keep talking about what he said, a plague or something. They keep talking about a plague or a reckoning,
like apocalypse.
Yeah, and they're sort of pheromones. So
yeah,
we're pretty convinced that they have some manner of influence in whatever is going on with the constructs. Or if they're not doing it, then they're definitely aware of it. And he also mentioned that the war machines are weird, didn't he? He said, what did he say? He said, Amelia.
I'm not sure about the war machines, but I do remember that the constructs they use for protection don't act like constructs. They can talk and hold conversations. And he wasn't sure if they were programmed to be like that, if this is some kind of trick or not.
Well, yeah, it's probably a trick or some weird programming. It's still odd, though.
But yeah, that was something that he brought up. So we also found out that the woman, Dr. Brianna, is it Brianna? Emma something.
Is it Brianna?
She was the one that we thought had been exiled for originally putting the virus in or failing to stop the virus. But it turns out that she was sent away because she was trying to unionize. So that's pretty interesting. And that Emma wouldn't have had access to the coding. So yeah, there's a lot there.
Yeah. So it sounds like next steps we go to the Technophants and requisition a strike? Because I don't know how we'll get down there if it's dangerous.
I mean, it sounded fairly simple to get there. It's more not getting into too much trouble when we're there. Which maybe smaller strike force us, but having Technophants ready to back us up if anything goes wrong.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. I guess good job, everyone. I have some cucumbers with honey, if anyone wants dessert.
Oh, honey.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, he'll pull out like a little plate with 3 sliced cucumbers that's just been drenched in honey and kind of pushes it in the middle of the table.
You may all refresh, by the way.
If you I don't think I've used anything yet, but thank you.
Getting rid of this heart because I don't talk.
Well, actually,
I think E and Amelia did at the tea shop, but
Great.
I'm gonna
No kings. Thank
slightly
God.
better.
What?
Not ready to have an emotional break.
I think I really hope we pull a king in the finale.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That
That'd be
would be the best
heartbreaking.
time to do it.
Eli,
Hmm?
there's something that she said that it was a rumor, but I think you should probably know. She said
Okay.
that it seemed like, as far as the bug is concerned, the code was already in the system.
That was it. I
Okay,
knew I'd
so
forgotten
someone had
something.
programmed this stuff into the constructs before they were sent out, and they're just being activated now.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay, cool. I mean, if we figure out which models were tampered with, we might be able to like switch them out or wipe them.
Well, isn't that the problem though? The source of this was what 22, 20 something around that
So
years
it could be
ago.
a lot of them.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
jeez. Okay, so we need to figure
Wouldn't you
out
just sort of
how the codes are being triggered, whether it's a time detonation or just something that triggers the awakening of the code.
I'm wondering if the recording is linked to it, since it was at Tim's constructs.
Oh, that's clever. Maybe we can always go to
And if
Citadel
there
and
are 10
find out.
more.
Uh,
9 more.
no, that's fair.
Sorry, 9 more.
Okay. Well, it's getting pretty late. Did we want to call it a night and meet back here in the morning, or?
I mean, we could just crash here. I've got a blanket in my pack, and it'll be like a little
I can
sleepover.
just
How
sleep on
nice
the
would that
floor.
be?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I don't have any extra blankets. But yeah, make yourself at home in this area. I'll be in my room. Just knock if you need me. Probably read some
Oh, do you
journals
not want to
before
hang out and
retiring.
we could like share stories or something?
Yeah.
Get to know each other a little better. We're
I
friends after
guess.
all.
Yeah, we could do that. I guess, and he'll sit back down.
20 questions, 20 questions, 20 questions.
Got a bottle?
Spin the bottle, truth or dare, and 20 questions. Never have I ever.
God. Oh my God.
If you have, you eat a cucumber.
Oh yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
So why don't we take a short break and then we'll come back to our sleepover.
Sleepover episode.
Hello. Welcome back to Weave the Tale. We're back from break. I hope you all got water and went to the restrooms and got some snackages and looked at your contracts with your fiancés to make sure that everything
Yeah.
looks right.
Yeah.
Hugged a loved one, even if it's a robot. Whatever it may be. But we're having a good old sleepover over at Eli's house. Eli, have you ever had a sleepover before?
No. I mean, I think once or twice with Fee, but not. He's become an architect.
You don't sleep over with your fiance?
No, we perform the peer. I mean, cuddling is not necessary for reproduction, so we skip that.
That's so sad.
Why are you so good at making that face?
I feel like after he has sex, he just goes back to his apartment and like holds a pillow. It's just like, well, maybe if I put two pillows, it'll feel like someone is cuddling me. And like he puts a pillow on top of him. And he's like, yeah, that's what it feels like, cuddling.
You know what cuddling feels like, though. So what do you do?
Good must be repressed. Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
play a
Eli's
game?
gonna awkwardly just sit at the table and pull out a book of probably medical journals and stuff.
Meanwhile, Amelia will reach into her many pockets and pouches and such and put together a spinner of some description. Nothing fancy, it's probably literally just going to be something that can spin without sticking every 2 seconds. So, like, a screw or something, like a large bolt.
You have a screwdriver. That would do it.
Yeah, a screwdriver. There, perfect. And she'll set it down in the middle of the table and immediately sort of like get E round and be like, okay, E, you sit there, and Eli, you can stay there, that's fine. You're probably going to have to put the book down though, you won't be able to see when it stops at you. Okay, and here we go. And spin. And screwdriver spins round and round and round. And I'll let our Nikki, I'll let our machinist side.
It lands on Amelia.
Oh. Okay, great. So
You win.
landed on me. That means that one of you or both of you get to ask me a question or dare me to do something. Or, well, maybe it's not the right crowd for it since you have a fiance and you're not as experienced. But sometimes when people play this game, they also kiss. But we can leave that out this time. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how the night goes.
All right, that sounds good. I don't really know what that is.
You don't know what kissing is?
No.
It's. Do you mind if I, real quick?
No.
May I?
Go ahead.
He'll lean towards Yi. Okay, just I'm going 80% of the way. Okay. Press your lips against my lips. But I keep my eyes open, but some people close their eyes. And you press lips against each other, and that is a kiss. So go ahead. All right, go.
Why would anyone close their eyes? That seems like a disadvantageous position.
It is.
It
It
makes
is.
it a
I don't
little more.
understand. Yeah.
It helps you stay in the moment sometimes.
We can both keep our eyes
Oh.
open. I think that's okay. I think that's just how we do things.
It's fine
But
too.
all right, go ahead. Press your lips against mine.
And Yi is going to move forward, but he's going to move forward very quickly. And it transforms into like a kiss headbutt.
God. Okay. Jeez.
Hey, that was kind of fun.
Honestly, for a first kiss, that wasn't bad.
I think
I like that.
The purpose of it is to create a chemical reaction within the other person's mind, which then creates affection over a long extended period of time, as repetitive actions suggest that proximity to the other person's skin is a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it so rough. So when you headbutted me, there was pain and what should be pleasure, right? To the human brain. And so my brain doesn't know, it can't adapt and create a model based on what you gave me. So this time, gentle, and I guess we can, I don't know, just keep doing it until you feel, like you feel like you've done it. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes because I don't want to see the headbutt coming this time. If there is, don't do a headbutt.
What?
Just a little slower, and Amelia will sort of like guide his head. No. Okay, so here, I'm just gonna hold your head, and I'm just gonna guide you in, just nice and slow. Just there we go, just nice and slow. Just sort of like park you on top of each other, basically. And then you just slight. Are
we kissing yet?
This motion.
I don't feel anything.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I mean,
that's fine.
I kind of like the headbutt kind more.
Oh.
Well, maybe that's just going to be your preference. Like, everyone has different preferences, and that's okay. I knew this one guy,
honestly,
and he had the strangest habit of when he was kissing, he would also get like an ice cube or something, and he wouldn't put it on you. He would just have it in his hand. Like, that was what he liked to do. He just liked to have an ice cube in his hand melting whilst you kissed. So weird. But, you know.
So the only reason I can kind of reminisce about the feelings of a kiss was there was this woman I used to know when I was younger. And we would go to the gardens and kind of smell the wheat fields and the dirt and everything. And every now and then we would lay out on the fields of gold and kind of stare up at the sun, just kind of behind the clouds, and imagine all sorts of objects in the sky. And sometimes we would kiss, and I don't know what was different about it, but it was like it was like a sense of happiness that was kind of overwhelming, and I didn't understand what to do with it, and it just kind of expresses itself through more kissing. Like, you can't stop. It's almost as if you don't need air anymore. You need the other person more desperately. And Yeah, but that's I think that's common for when you're kids and your emotions just kind of run wild. As you become an adult, you understand that
I would say that
you
can
don't need
continue
that.
into being an adult. I've certainly had
I think it's
plenty of
rare
experiences like that.
though. Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
when I
maybe
had
for the
sex with my
architects
fiance, oh yeah, we didn't
and
kiss.
your
I
peer-reviewed
think
positions.
I think we did it one time, but it was just like it didn't elicit anything positive, so it just seemed unnecessary.
And
Did she try to headbutt you?
No, but she did grab my butt. I don't think I was going where she wanted me to go.
it does happen. That's why you need to communicate a lot.
Yeah, like there's like a certain like depth or something that you need. It's a whole thing. I don't know if I should go into it. I got some journals and stuff because I took notes to improve my efficiency during our intercourse times.
Can I see them?
Yeah, sure. And he'll go to his room and pull out some books and like put down
Whilst he's in the
these
other
very
room.
methodically.
Not all about being efficient. You don't have to focus on efficiency. You can just be in the moment and experience things. That's okay too.
Okay. All right.
Just try to make sure that
out, like some notes and stuff, putting it down. So you can see the first time, right? It took me a while to complete the task because we were trying to figure out. Apparently, there's like I wouldn't say emotions, but some brain connection to having a positive experience that lets you complete the task. So the faster you can get to a what I'm calling a place of bliss, the sooner you're done. And so you can kind of like
location is important.
Yes, and you see here like I was doing like I was exerting this amount of
I think
poundage per
Eli means mental location, but physical location can also be important.
Oh no, we didn't find that was the case. We found that as long as the peer-reviewed positions could be achieved in the environment really didn't have much of a say. Sometimes I would be reading while doing said positions, so that multitasking. As long as my brain was steadily going to that place, it was fine. And some peer-reviewed journals were pretty exciting.
So I could like do push-ups while doing this.
I think so. Yeah. I think I think sex is less about a connection and more about two individuals getting themselves, or really one individual, because I don't know, like I guess they're just I don't know. She seemed like very like I think like she was reading and other stuff. I don't think like there was a task that I had to perform, and I don't think it was the same task she had to perform. I mean, obviously it's not, because my job was to create or mesh blueprints and stuff like that. I feel like I'm just talking circles around myself now. Oh, yeah. Go get up.
You should get that. I really need you to know that the architects have a very particular way of doing things. And that's not how everybody feels about this. I need you to know that, okay? Just...
All right.
Okay.
No push-ups.
Okay, let's deal with whatever this is. You can do push-ups. That's, that might work for whoever or whenever. But, just hear out different opinions, basically. You should ask the commander when she's back. I'm sure she would love this conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
Please do. That'd be amazing. At the door. You just open the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your neighbor is outside. She's holding a tray.
Dr. Sprocket, good to see you again. What's this tray?
Well,
how
you
are
said
you?
you had. I'm wonderful.
Colleagues?
Thank you. You said that you had company, so I brought cookies to go with the tea that you mentioned.
Oh,
I haven't gotten to make somebody
hello.
cookies
Tea,
for
you
a
should
while.
come and have some.
Oh,
Yeah,
you want to join
we're
us?
talking about
We were just playing a
procreation.
game,
Oh,
amongst
yes,
other
okay.
things.
Feel free to join us. I mean, we still have a bedtime of about 9:30 p.m., but I think we still got some time.
That is a reasonable time, I suppose. I tend to work until 3 a.m, which is it's very nice having the first floor all to yourself because people don't question why there's loud noises when you're making new things. She like puts the cookies in front of you, and they are
No cucumber sandwiches, and therefore delicious.
yes, pretty much. But they are chocolate chip cookies actually, with real chocolate, which a lot of you probably haven't had only a lot of, if any.
It's probably a little bit too
wow.
rich for me. So I just got done kissing Yi to show what a kiss is. And now Amelia has proposed spinning this thing to, I guess, reach for new annals of discovery. Annals of discovery.
I mean, that's a whole other
That's right.
chapter.
I don't. I'm not sure I understand. I'm not sure I want to
The
understand.
premise of the game is that we spin my screwdriver, and whoever it points at, the others get to ask them a question or dare them to do something. And the other option was kissing. But then we found out that Yi had never kissed anyone, so we were explaining what kissing was, and then that sort of spiraled.
As they do. Yes.
But you haven't really missed much.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. I'll gladly sit in. You can feel free to play.
Amazing.
Okay,
so
I guess Blue, since you have more experience, can you spin it again?
Yep, I will spin it again. Spin. And I have 4 people to choose from.
Eli. It lands on you.
Oh, that's exciting. So now, Yi and I'm so sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Dr. Sprocket.
Dr. Sprocket and I can decide whether we want to ask you a question or dare you to do something. Or again, kissing is always on the table, I suppose. I think we've really covered that category unless anyone feels particularly driven to keep practicing.
She would have said at least Sprocket. I was just trying to look up the name.
No worries. So Elise and Yi, do we have any fun questions or exciting dares?
Yi, please go. You should go.
Well, Eli, what made you want to become an architect? Is that a question?
Good one.
Is that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cool.
Okay, I think that's satisfactory. Yeah, when I was growing up, I was fascinated with the pieces of music sheets that I would find at the Venetian market. And I would save up for weeks on ends in order to find something to exchange for anything from the past, like those beautiful notes and such kind of dripped onto those pieces of pages. They would open up to me, and I would try to copy them and open myself up to the environment around, and in that way I felt like I shared a little bit of something. But then my brother died, and he was I come from a very respectable family, and my parents decided that I would become an architect, and that's what I did.
Oh,
The end.
so it was more your parents' choice then.
Do you still play?
He'll spin the bottle.
I suppose he's right. It's only really supposed to be one question, so I suppose that's fair.
That's fair. It lands on ye.
Oh yeah, gotta follow the rules.
Yee! Okay, what are we gonna ask ye, or should we dare ye? Oh, well, I'm super curious now if you've not kissed and you haven't had much experience in, sex. Have you had any crushes or any interest? I know you're quite young still, but like, you know.
I mean, in training and on missions, I've crushed many things.
Okay, let me
Such a
let
Vincent
me use a
answer.
different word. Have you ever had strong emotional feelings for someone other than family?
I'm glad you added that because I knew immediately he's gonna be like, yeah, my brother.
No, I felt anger and fear, but I feel like where my brother and I are from, those were our usual states of being. Because outside, we never knew when any number of raiders might come a knocking, and we have to decide to fight or to flee.
It's really rough. I didn't realize how bad it was for you guys.
It's okay. I'm just glad he's alive, and we're in the wall now, both of us. So,
Yeah.
and I have friends now.
Yeah. And we'll get your brother back.
Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, so I guess now, without worrying about my brother, I guess I might be willing to not be afraid and not feel that anger and hatred.
Yeah.
It might take
That
some
sounds
time.
good. Yeah.
Good for you. That sounds like a wonderful time. Love is the best.
Thank you. And I'm excited to try. And he'll like lift up the journals of like procreation notes that Eli has. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
She like, can I see that for a second? And she like takes the book and flips. Just look at this diagram.
Amelia.
And it's just like, it's one that's like the best position and very focused on it's like the only section in the entire book that's like, and sometimes people actually experience positive emotions from these things happening.
Amelia leans over and goes, yes, that's a good one.
Oh, okay.
The point is get in and out, get it done as quick as possible. There are better things to do.
For some people, we agreed. For some people, that is the purpose and the point. But it's okay to have a different purpose. But it is now your turn to spin the screwdriver.
My turn?
Your turn.
Yes.
No,
All right.
My advice is don't listen in terms of life matters to a technosophist.
Why not?
Amelia
My
will
brother.
be visibly hurt by that. I mean, I suppose that's a fair comment.
You're stuck in the past. I mean, you and I, we are part of a society that has sacrificed in order to keep humanity going on a day-to-day basis. And while I enjoy the company of Amelia, her passion and occupation is a discredit to what we do and the sacrifices we make.
I don't think that's true.
I mean,
I think
I suppose.
No, I don't think it discredits anything. I think it's a different perspective, and if we don't look at our history, we can't figure out the future.
There's nothing good in our history. People
Who says
killed,
there's anything
people
good in our
died.
future?
Well, I hope we've stayed on for this long because there is something good or decent. That's our hope, and that's why we're fighting, right? To do these acts, to make the baby so that humanity has a fighting chance in the future.
Make the baby.
But the past does have positive things. There's more than just death.
We wouldn't have your music.
This is the world we live in.
Didn't have the past.
Yeah,
music is a waste of time. It doesn't help out humanity. It never has.
That's
why humanity fell. It fell because we focused on the wrong things.
It fell because a
disease on survival
took over the world. Not because we loved or because we did artistic things or because we enjoyed small things like fresh flowers in the morning or homemade bread.
Waste of time.
Liking those things
and we
doesn't
know if it was a disease.
being.
We have no idea why humanity fell. It just did. And I think if anyone sat down and speculated on it, it'd just be a waste of time as well. What we do know is that we have a job to keep the human race moving forward. And the Citadel of Sciences has shown the way forward. And the only reason that we are alive and can enjoy the small things, like every now and then having a cucumber sandwich, is because of the architects and the engineers and the Society of Builders. So obviously their plan forward is the plan. And if anyone deviates, while they may not be harmful to society, they are a burden.
Oh. Okay. Maybe a sleepover wasn't a great idea. Maybe, I'm just gonna, and Amelia picks up her screwdriver and her box of tea. Suddenly I remembered that I left something on, and I don't want another explosion, so I should go fix that. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. And runs out.
Eli will get up and pick up the teapot and set it before Dr.
Can you pick
Sprocket.
up on the emotions of Amelia?
I'll make an empathy check.
All right.
Go ye go.
It is
I
a
believe in
heartburn.
you.
Empathy. All right.
I've done so much coaching today.
It'll be one success.
That is enough.
Not skilled.
Amelia is very upset. Whatever Eli
Okay.
said has hurt her,
Oh,
whether on purpose or accidental.
Yi is going to, like, I guess, process it for a moment and then look at Eli and say, "Hey, you said there wasn't anything in our history that was good, but when you described the kiss, it seemed like there was something good."
Yeah.
And then Yi is going to stand up and follow Amelia out.
Eli's going to sit for a moment and then get up. Dr. Sprocket, your teapot is dry and cleaned. If you would please take it back to your domicile. I have an early morning tomorrow, and I have an abundance of work that I should focus on. If you'll excuse me. And he'll shuffle to his bedroom and just like lock the door.
Mm-hmm. Outside of your room, you will hear her pick up the pot, and you hear some clattering a little bit, a plate, and then some shifting of something, and then eventually the door closes. And if you look outside, you'll see that she put the cookies on a plate that you had so that they were still there.
He's like, I'm just throwing it away in the morning. And he'll lock his front door, and yeah, I'll do it in the morning.
Perception.
She leave you a note?
Okay, I am trained, so I'm going to do one ace of clubs for one success. And a joker for 2 successes.
Okay. You see Scurry under the table, 2 hands with a little box in between them.
He'll cautiously look under his table. Let's see what this little weird thing is.
You see a camera with 2 hands attached to it.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do with you? And he'll pick up the camera and see if it took anything.
There's something that rattles inside of it, but when you go to look at the pictures, there's how do I do this? There's one picture on it, but it's an old picture. It's yellowed and aged, but it's of a particular spot in the wall, and you see 2 figures. You can't make out who the figures are, but you recognize who they are.
Okay, well, God damn it! He'll pick this thing up and like unlock his door. Dr. Sprocket, get the cookies. God damn it!
Something
go downstairs.
Something else is shaking inside of the thing.
They'll try to open it.
There are 2 microchips that look like they would fit in the recording device that you have.
I mean, technically the Amelia has, but...
Yeah.
Amelia has.
Oh, yeah, that Amelia. Yeah, he's like, oh, God damn it. fuck. I'll deal with this tomorrow. You little weird hand thing. And he'll like put a laundry box over it, like a little tin thing over it, and then like put like the table on top. Like stay right there. And then he'll lock up again and be like, gosh dang it. I should not have been such an asshole. Maybe I should have communicated it delicately. No. It's no. Brushing my teeth and going to bed. No. Maybe I'll read something about like the brain before I go to bed. Nice. I'll just like slip into his PJs and flop into bed. Just gonna nope
At
out
first,
of this.
you hear scritching outside at the thing, at the what's under the table. But eventually it stops. You are able to sleep. Dreaming of happy dreams or not, you don't know. Amelia, when you run out, how far do you run before you stop running? And do you stop if you hear someone following?
I probably only run as far as to get out of line of sight of the building if someone were to look out of the windows. So, like, out and round a corner, and then I slow down. Okay. So if I hear someone running towards me, I'll sort of turn and look.
A few moments later, what do you do?
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's such a common frame of mind, and especially with the architects, they're a tough nut to crack. That's the expression, isn't it? But I had hoped, since we were working together and I thought we were becoming friends, that maybe Eli would look at it a little differently. But I guess that architect training is just it's pretty hardwired in them. But no, it's okay. Are you okay? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have ran out. I should have been more composed than that.
No. You have nothing to be sorry for. I'm sorry. Outside the wall, the insults, the attacks tend to be more direct. If I had noticed in the moment, I would have acted sooner.
Oh, you wouldn't have to do that. The technosophists, we're kind of people. Well, we're easy targets. We like things that a lot of people would rather forget, disregard, leave in the past, and the whole burden on society. That's not new. It's just it's hard to hear it from a person that you are trying to really trying to connect with and trying to help them see that they need some connections themselves, because Eli's in a lot of pain, and I know that some of it is connected to Fiora and some of it is to do with his past, but I just And it's okay. It's okay that you didn't notice straight away. You've dealt with a lot on your own as well. So, and you have so much to learn and so much to look forward to, and some of it's going to be less pleasant than others. But I think for the most part, people are really good, and although they're not always very good at showing it, they have a lot of love and care for each other. It's just sometimes there's so much pressure and expectations and orders. There's always orders, but that's
Yeah.
life.
I'm pretty familiar with orders.
Yeah. Well, fun fact, sometimes those orders can be a lot of fun to tie us background to your education.
Oh.
Again, I think the commander, Fiora, I think she would love to have that conversation with us. Fiora, she's a very positive person. I think she's a great influence for you. But again, I think Eli would disagree with that a little. But he's got a lot of pressure on him to be what he's expected to be. So
yeah. Well, you talk about Fiora being a very positive influence, but I think you're quite the positive influence yourself. And I don't think you're a burden at all.
I always try not to be. But I'm not exactly fulfilling Eli's expectations of creating a child and contributing to society in specific ways, and that's not me. Not right now. I would much rather get lost in the wonder and the beauty of all of this stuff, and rummaging through pockets and pulling out bits and broken pieces and things, and just being like we made all of this, not us obviously, but we as a society made all of this so long ago, and it's a treasure trove. I just wish more people saw it that way.
Yeah. Well, I think it's beautiful. I've never really had a chance to look at these things. My little brother would mess with these things, and I never really understood it.
Well, once we have him back, I would love to show you both a bit more of what we can do with the stuff that we've found.
I'd like that.
Do you want to come
Where-
back to where do you live? Do you want to my workshop's somewhere around here? And we always have the furnace on, so it's always warm.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Like I said before,
yeah.
I don't mind sleeping on the floor.
And there's no cucumber sandwiches, so
Okay.
I'm not sure what we do have, but it's not cucumber sandwiches. So
Twinkies.
Twinkies and jerky and I don't know, really snack food.
Really old bottle of flaming Cheeto Mountain Dew. You're not really sure what that is. Nobody's been brave enough to test it.
It's just sitting there.
Poisonous.
Does this set things on fire?
You know, we haven't tried it yet, but I have been working on a flamethrower. So maybe it's fuel.
Wow. That's incredible.
I mean, it will be if it is. Otherwise, I'll have to use, like, I don't know, gas or something. But
Amelia, you're
thanks.
pretty incredible.
I mean, says the guy who's like rocket powered. That was like the other day. Granted, the rain got a bit like torrential, but that was amazing. And
Oh,
it's gonna
well,
be, yeah.
that's the thing. That's not my doing. It's because of
Well,
the Technophant division. They built that into me. The things I can do are limited by what others have given me, whether it be someone who could design
it's
these
not.
parts
Hmm.
or whatever brought me to life here.
I mean, it's not just the fact that you're rocket powered. It's the fact that you're rocket powered and cared enough to go at a speed that wouldn't hurt me, and that you cared enough to offer to pick me up in the first place because you saw that I was struggling. And when you stood up for me back at the Citadel, like, yeah, it might be what they've given you that's helping you to do all of those things, but it's you that's making the choice to do them.
Ah, that's that's new to me. The the idea of, I guess, making the choice, and I guess I never thought about it like that. Usually operating under orders or, well, out of fear.
I think it's something that doesn't get emphasized enough by other groups or ideologies. Is you gotta remember that one of the things that makes humans humans is that we have choices and that we get to choose. Like, okay, sometimes we're backed into a corner and those choices are really limited, but you've always got a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Amelia.
Welcome. But I suppose I've gotten a little heavy again, haven't I? I should. Let's get us settled, and I'm sure I've got a spare divvy blanket thing, and I've got. Oh, this pillow has most of its stuffing. Um, so that's a good one. Um, and
And I'd
we'll
say
be
as
okay.
Amelia is getting everything, Yi is like, I mean, his clothes had been soaked from earlier. He's been running in them. At this point, like wherever the bunk area is, Yi's just gonna start undressing, taking the hoodie off, even the techno powered armor. And this is the point in
Oh,
which you note, like, he like there are certain like key entries that he has to and input commands, and then you see just like with the armor comes off, you just see scars. There are many scars from his time from outside of the wall. But with his I mean with the life in the Technophant division, his work with the military, um he's doing this very matter of factly because there's no time to be bashful. And he's basically completely stripping down.
I don't think Amelia would be like overly reactive. She'd just kind of be like, okay, do you want like pajamas or something?
Pajamas?
Clothes to wear to bed.
Oh.
You
Yeah,
don't have to. But if you'd like to.
I might
Like
give
there's a
that a
lot of
shot.
us there's a lot of us have like warm nights where they just don't bother with pajamas. So like it's very common around here that people don't always. But like I'll dig some out for you and you can try them, and if you don't like them you can take them off.
You find
Sort of whole
a large pair of Rugrats pajama bottoms. You're not sure what Rugrats are, but they're like babies on it that look like very cute.
like, okay, I think these look like they should be okay and they're clean, so try those.
Wow. Which one do you think Eli's kid is gonna turn out like?
Oh well. None of them really have his hair, do they? I suppose the orange-haired one is a little bit close to his hair. A little bit.
Oh yeah.
Maybe too.
And the glasses too.
True. I wonder if they'll need glasses. Ah, it'll be so cute though, I'm sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention Eli again.
Oh no, it's okay. I like Eli. Eli just is going through a lot. So I don't think he has a lot of capacity to really like other people yet. That's okay. And I will just be a little more, I guess, protective of my emotions around him. But that's okay.
Well, Amelia, I'll be protective of your emotions around him too.
Thank you.
And I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
You were, I guess, the spectator. How was that kiss?
It needed a little emotion, I think. And she'll sort of like sit down on whatever side of the bunk and be like, okay, so he wasn't wrong in the motions of it. So I come in this far, and then you come the rest. Try not to headbutt straight away, because you are tougher than you look, and you look pretty tough. So, and then you just very gently, and eyes closed, eyes open, do what feels right. And then it's just the little mwah motion, like that. And at this point, we're like very, very close together. So, okay, so just
Okay. Like, and then Yee's gonna lean in, eyes closed. Like this?
Yeah, okay. And then Amelia will just sort of like place her hands very, very, very gently just on like each cheek. And just like, okay. And then just a little bit, like relax a little. Just less tension.
Okay.
Just, okay. And then just try that again. Just like very, very soft kiss. And that's basically where you start from. How did that feel? Did that feel different?
Yeah. Yeah. That felt nice.
Good. I'm glad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very sweet, Ian. I know maybe you haven't had a lot of opportunities to explore that side of yourself, but you're a very sweet guy.
Well, I'm glad that I was able to meet you and I guess see that side of myself too.
We should probably turn in for the night, because it'll be another long day, I imagine. But I'm just in this bunk, so if you need me, just give me a nudge. Or any of us, to be honest. There'll be a couple people probably come in later and go to bed, but don't worry about it.
All right. And if you need me, just holler.
Want it?
Good night,
all
Amelia.
rest.
Good night.
You all rest. Whether you have nightmares or not is up to you, or if you have dreams that are very positive, that make you think they're nightmares because you're trying to hide them.
What? Who would have stuff like that? That's weird.
I don't know, it's an inkling that maybe someone had those things happening.
Nah, Eli's just dreaming about gray fields and gray clouds, and he has a cucumber sandwich in his mouth. He's like, this is okay. Yeah, this is okay.
See, as the cucumber sandwich is being eaten, you see someone take the other triangle piece. In your dream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why? That's all I have is cucumber sandwiches and a 9 to 5.
But you wake up. Didn't technically agree where to meet the next day because of the situation.
At my house. This was, yeah. I figure.
I think we also got a hail hydrate, by the way, just as a.
Oh, hail.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I'll drink some soda. Eli, what time do you wake up in the morning?
6 a.m.
Okay. When you wake up, the hand is still there, though it is working its way. Like it's, you can see a piece in what did you put over it again?
That's like a laundry basket.
Okay, one of those plastic ones from like.
Yeah.
Type of that style. So you can see one of the pieces of the plastic is being bent back and forth over and over and over again by the hand, and it looks like it's trying to break it.
Stop it. Stop.
It keeps doing it.
Stop. Stop. Stop, please. Okay, one thing at a time. Let's have breakfast. And I'll go over to the fridge and pull out a cucumber, cut it in half, put bread.
How do you got the cucumbers?
Huh?
How do we get
he just
together?
like, he slips it like.
Still cute.
Okay, done.
Oh,
Don't like just gobble it down.
I expect a clip of that.
He'll gobble it down and like take the cookies as well as. Actually, no. God damn it. He'll take the cookies, but he'll put it in like a little baggie. But take the fucking hands down to his neighbor, like. Dr. Sprocket.
Nobody answers.
Oh, this is awkward. He'll try to open the door.
It's unlocked.
Okay, I'm just gonna throw your thing in. Okay?
When you open the door, the room is empty.
Did she move? Okay. I'm gonna put in your hands. Put your hands in your room, in the living room. I'll like throw the hands in and just be like, close the door.
You hear a scurrying as something slams into the door, skitters up, and the door handle turns. Hands plop back down.
Oh my god, why are you doing this? What were you programmed to do other than just be fucking weird? Architect for 40 years, my butt. And he'll just like stand outside and wait for the group.
When you ask it what it's supposed to do, it like tilts the camera upwards as you're like frowning down at it, and one of the fingers pushes the button on the camera.
I hate this thing so much. It's just like, oh God. I'm just gonna ignore you.
It makes noise and starts to like try to climb up your leg to get your attention, and it continues to be annoying as fuck until the rest of it looks get there. He and Amelia, you get up and do you make any stops before you go to Eli's house?
I think Amelia's still a little bit sore, so she is trying to distract herself a little. So she goes by the sort of scavenger sort of side of things to see if there's anything that's been found that's exciting and jumping out at her to add to her collection of bits and pieces.
Do perception.
Nothing like huge. Remind me what perception.
It is a steam.
Okay.
You can also use one of your.
I can do steam. I have a. I don't know how I can see that. I have a 4 of spades. Oh no, wait, no. It's clubs. Sorry, wrong one. There we go. I have 4 of clubs.
Okay.
There we go.
In the pile, you do find an old Wii U. It looks in really good condition, honestly. And the Wii controller is actually in the steering wheel, like a steering wheel shaped remote for some reason. Not really sure why. And it looks like the Wii was covered in stickers of strange cartoon creatures. One that's like bright yellow with a jagged edged tail and red dots on its face.
Oh, you know, I think I've seen something like this before. I can't remember what they called it. I'm sure we have some other things with that creature on it. I think I should get this. I think this will be a great addition to my collection, and I'm sure I will come up with something useful for it. Sort of. Do I have money? Is that a thing that I have?
I think
Technosophist
deal with bartering more and like trading more than anything.
Yeah.
But they will accept
Um,
money from outsiders sometimes.
I'm not sure if I have like I don't know, like a allowance or whatever from being in the Technophant division, but if I
Probably.
do, I would probably like not understanding, like not seeing the price, not really understanding anything. He just kind of takes out the chip and says, can you charge it?
are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
The person who's working that day will happily swipe the card and or chip and yeah, you're good.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for everything.
Well, it's not a big deal. It's just being nice.
You know, I think I like that. Being nice.
And she'll pick up the remote and sort of fiddle around with it a little and be like, I should maybe save this for later, though I suppose Eli will be expecting us and we should get going. But thank you. This means a lot.
Of course. And don't forget. I'll keep an eye out.
I'll try and keep an eye out for you too.
You make your way back to Eli's house. And Eli's, did you decide to go back to your apartment or are you waiting downstairs?
I'm waiting downstairs.
Eli's standing in the hallway downstairs as soon as you get there. And has this hand, two hands that are climbing up him, and they have like a square in the middle. Amelia, you would recognize it immediately as a camera.
Oh, that's clever.
No,
good morning.
it's annoying. Here is chocolate chip cookies. And he'll like press the cookies against her, like, take it. I'm sorry. There's something in the camera. There's like these two little things. I didn't sleep well, but yeah, good to see everyone this morning.
Here, let me take a look at it then. And she'll like grab the spider camera.
Do you check to see the pictures on the camera first, or?
I would probably ask Eli what it was. So what was it with the camera?
Dr. Sprocket left it in my house. It was very annoying. Dr. Sprocket is no longer in her apartment. I don't know when she moved out, but whatever. Maybe she was embarrassed to be around me.
So it's just the pictures on the camera you want me to look at?
No, there's the pictures. The picture doesn't matter. It's the things inside it. There's these two little recording things that you can.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything to play it.
Oh, right, of course. She'll rattle it around so she knows where to open to get the chips out.
There's a little side place where they had a section for like spare chips. Probably a add-on for a photographer so they could take lots of pictures. And you see two little things in there. And they look just like they fit in the recording.
Okay. Amelia, I'll get out the recorder. So, do you want to listen to them here or back in the apartment, or should we go somewhere else? Or
You can go back to
here's
the
fine.
apartment, I guess. Or here.
I mean, we're here, so I suppose we should do it here.
Just play it.
Okay. First recording. I should get ready to take notes.
We actually got it to work. After months and months of attempts, we actually got it to work. We are going to share this breakthrough with the citadels of science and hope that they see the value of this choice. Perhaps we can get backing and we can use it to focus more on the growth of this development. Imagine, constructs can do all the work that we do not have time for anymore. It's perfection. It definitely needs more tweaking. I know. It definitely needs more tweaking. But I think with funding and more scientists and most importantly, more time, we can figure it out.
That is the first recording.
Okay,
Right.
that's
Sense. More scientists talking about the creation of the construct. Admiral.
that sounded like Dr. Luca again, right?
Yeah.
Or Dr.
Yes.
DeLuca, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have the second one then, shall we?
Yeah.
Fuck. How fucking dare they hijack my project. It's not ready. It is merely a prototype. If they start creating constructs now, they will reach a point that they can't turn back from. I need to keep working. I need to try to find a way to ensure that our loved ones are at least respected. I don't think they have our best interests at heart. No, I know they don't have our best interests at heart. Fuck. Oh, yes. The date is 21st of July, year 2056.
That was the second one.
So do we think these three are the missing recordings that cult is after?
Sounds
I think so.
Okay.
They
Why did
were
Dr.
also
Sprocket
talking-
have it?
Well, I don't know. Because as far as we know, they were stolen by the errand runner. And then...
Yeah. Let's go check out her place. She's just right over here.
Yeah. You said she moved out?
Yeah, her place was empty. And he'll open the door and show them.
it's still empty.
As in no furniture or just no people?
There is nothing inside, though. With just scanning around, you can see where, at some point, a table has worn a hole in the floor from sitting there for years, or there are scratch marks on the wall in the one area. There's there seems to be a wearing on the carpet that seemed to walk from the door to somewhere on the left side of the wall. It's 3-4 distinct specific spots, as if whoever did live here in the past walked those same spots over and over again for years.
Eli will go in and start looking around.
Okay, make a... Is it perception still? Let's do perception.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Jack of clubs for 1 success.
Okay. You glance around, and as you're walking, you do hear a squeak in the floorboards beneath your feet.
Hey, E, can you pull up the carpet? Or help me pull up the carpet?
Yeah, I can give it a shot.
It's easy enough to do. You don't need to play a card for it. You open it, and there is a floorboard underneath that looks like it's a it's actually not a floorboard. It looks like it's a cabinet, and like a door of a cabinet that is placed over the floor, and it's worn down with that same treading where the feet have walked, but it opens underneath and it is hinged to the floor. There's a little space beneath it with a couple boxes.
Eli will hop down, check out the boxes.
There are about 4 shoe boxes. Shoebox size boxes, I should say. The first one you see has a bunch of different types of chips in it. Hundreds from different ages. They look like they belong in a camera, perhaps. The other shoebox has some developed photography, which you don't really see much anymore. But pictures that are black and white, pictures that are just in the right light, so it's all one hue. But these are photography pictures, so they're done. They seem to be very well done. And each one is of things like the sunset over the citadel, or a couple holding hands on the street as a carriage drives by. You get the vision of life and death in these photos. The next one.
Oh. He'll toss up the camera chips up to Amelia.
Okay. The third one has a pair of glasses in it. The glasses that Dr. Sprocket was wearing, and a news article underneath of it, and a little device that looks like it was worn with age, being pushed over and over and over again, that to the point it doesn't push anymore.
Yeah. He'll try to push it anyway.
It is permanently pressed in.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't spring back anymore.
Toss that up to Amelia. What's this article say?
It is a obituary from 20 years ago of a Dr. Elise Sprocket.
Is there anything
and underneath
else
there's
here?
another.
Oh.
Underneath that there is another article that says we've saved the city. We've captured the technosophist who threatened our town. The people who assisted have been brought in and dealt with.
He'll like ball it up and toss it up to Amelia. I think it's one of your people.
I'll have a look.
Box. The fourth box has some music sheets in it.
He'll pick them up and look through them.
There are pieces.
Uptown Funk?
No. There are pieces here that are beautiful classical mixtures, though there are a few, one or two jazz style as well. But each of them are handwritten. Each of them seem very well taken care of, even if aged, as if someone painstakingly copied them to be almost perfect. And each of them are songs that you may have once heard, but many have been lost to time.
Yeah, he'll carefully put them back in the box and put the box up there. We can deliver that to the Venetian market, I guess. E, can you help me up? Can you pick me up?
Yeah. And when Yi does so, it'll be just a little bit harsher, just because still thinking about last night. So it's like just yanking on the arms of Eli.
Ouch. Oh, God, it's going to be a while.
And I think on that note is where we will end for the night.
Aw. As baby Eli is yanked by Daddy after they kissed one night.
Never seen that again. All right. Well, where can everybody find you guys? First, let's go with Mitch.
With me? So we you can find me next time probably Friday for Shadowrun. Where you know what? Payback's a bitch. So
you are plenty of fucking payback.
I look forward to it. Forward.
Your bad guy has my daughter.
Scales. So yeah, Friday. Check it out to find out what happens to Paladin and just Paladin, because that's very much. So
there's 27 boxes of physical hell. She'll be fucking fine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, now you've said it though.
I know, it's a good idea.
It's fine.
Matthew
Paladin will survive anything except for breaking her pride, which is what he's trying to do. Up next, we will go to Blue.
Hey, I've been Blue, playing Amelia. What a night, eh? You can find me on most social media as Blue American. I don't have any other games at the moment, but I'm sure I'll come up with something soon. I say that every week, but you know, I'll get there. And I look forward to seeing you all next week for this emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
And finally, Matt.
I'm Matt. I've been Yi. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube as Improv and D&D. And yeah, I'm excited to be back next week too to see the chaos. All the chaos.
So much.
Everyone
We'll
comes
have
back
the full
together.
crew next week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be weird. Just 10 minutes of
It'll be
Eli and
fine.
Fee staring at each other like,
No reason whatsoever. And my name is Nikki, and you can find me on Twitter at Beholder2No1, where my TTRPG podcast has way too many shows, 2 completed actual plays and 1 currently going. Bunch of one-shots. I actually did a really long post that was like 6 long with just each one title each. So did a lot of one-shots, and overall we have 200 episodes plus, so you have plenty to listen to. You can also check out my show that I produce, Chaotic Wonderful, on stream. It's on Twitch. It's Chaotic number 1 Derful on Twitter. And we have some mini campaigns going on for Slayer's Dusk and Monster of the Week every Thursday. If you want to find more of me, next Wednesday you can find me on Lost Caravan RPG on Twitch, playing Tales from the Loop for the first time, so I'm excited. And then on Thursday at 8 p.m. Oh, that is at 8 p.m. by the way. On Thursday at 8 p.m. you can find me on High Shelf Collective, which by the way is who we're raiding today. Playing Red Market, a zombie apocalypse resource management game. Where last time they killed an innocent person, and my character's not okay with it.
Yay!
But that's fine. On Friday, you can find me back here playing Paladin and doing perfectly fine, because there's already enough trauma in that game, so more trauma's not going to do anything, honestly. And then that's at 3:30, and at 9 p.m. you can find me on 2000 Tales role-playing, playing episode 2 or session 2 of our season 3 Monster of the Week Weird Web game. And honestly, the emotions I felt this past Friday, I don't know what's like. You need to listen to this season. You need to listen to like the previous 50 episodes that are on a podcast, because I need somebody to talk to about this. So my baby is going through a lot, and I need to know what's going to happen, and I will find out in approximately 6 sessions. So 5 sessions now.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll be back on Saturday here. So let's go raid us some buddies over at High Shelf Collective. Let's give them some love. And thank you so much for the raid, Nino 4K. We appreciate that. And I'm so sorry that we are leaving as soon as you start. But if you come back next time, you can listen to us have emotional damage here.
Oh, yeah. All right.
So
bye,
many days of
everyone.
Bye.
All the trauma.
Bye, 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 bye.
Brr, 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 brr.
And we're out.